Hey, Kate here, and I wanted to talk a little bit about soil temperature. So, this is a very simple soil thermometer or a probe thermometer that you can use to measure the temperature of your soil, which is really important for planting. So I've been getting from this area for a few days now pretty consistent reading of at least 45 degrees soil temperature. But in some other areas here on the farm where it's a little bit more elevated, a little bit more south facing, I'm getting even warmer temperatures than that. So I wanted to go over why it's important to know the soil temperature and to follow that for a while before planting, and to show you some of the different the crops and the temperatures that they like for the seed to germinate. So we're looking at 35 to 45 degrees Fahrenheit soil temperature. That's going to be things for onions, leeks, for bunching onions or green onions, for spinach, and also for peas. So these are some of the earliest things we plant, and they can handle a lower soil temperature for germination and for planting. Then we are looking for about 40 degrees ideally for some of the next crops that we want to plant, so 40 to 50 degrees soil temperature. And those can be things like mustard greens and other leafy greens that we want to grow. Definitely the kale. Both mustards and kale can be direct seeded, so the seed straight into the soil, or as transplants. And then around that same soil temperature, it'll be time for things like carrots and radishes and beets, and also lettuces, both by seed and transplanted. They like a little bit warmer soil temperature. And then for our transplants, we want to note also the evening temps, but we can start planting out plants of cabbages, Brussels sprouts, especially cold tolerant and cold hardy, pak choys. And then the next planting that we will do after that, we will get into potatoes with a little bit warmer soil temperature. So that's kind of what we're looking at here in spring. And basically, to recap, onions, leeks, bunching onions, those are okay, and peas, those are okay for the earliest plantings. I would say anytime that your soil is warm enough until the next 2 weeks is a good time for planting. So hopefully that gives you a quick little overview on tracking your soil temperature and noting the nighttime temps as well. We're not quite there yet in our zone ready for planting transplants, but the window is coming really soon. So